Hello, good evening, ladies. This is your host, Club Brother, the Club that have a sports world live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies, I'll talk to you guys about the fact that Toronto Blue Jays, they are denied approval from Pittsburgh because they can't be playing their home games there for sure. Even though Toronto Blue Jays, they can't play their home games at the Rogers Center due to the coronavirus saga because it's got numerous cases there. I'm gonna get you guys to that for sure. Mookie Betts and the LA Dodgers finalized a bone-shattering 13-year offer. That's $380 million plus. Tell you guys about that for sure. I will tell you guys also about the fact that Jets owner Woody Johnson's under investigation for racist and sexist comments that he made. For sure. Get you guys to that for sure. Adam Abdul-Jabbar is being sued after his arrest, by the way. I'll tell you guys about that. And Kylian Mbappe is going to be featured on. It's going to be the cover star of FIFA 21. So congrats to him on that. Birthday wishes out to, let's see, Ryu. Birthday's yesterday. Kenny King. And Thunder Rosa. Birthday wishes out to them. Landry co-owner and Black Lives Matter. Kelly Loeffler is saying that Black Lives Matter movement could drive fans away from like eluding fans, drive fans away, that is. And she got a criticism for saying stuff like that. I'll get you guys that's for sure. And Ed Oliver charges, DWI weapon charges have been dropped, by the way. So I'm gonna start things off with just the fact that Mookie Betts and the LA Dodgers, they have finalized a 13-year, $380 million plus bone-shattering offer that keeps the AL MVP himself, Mookie Betts, from being a free agent in the winter. So that is surprising news. He's gonna be there till he's like 40. So that's amazing news right there. So you gotta give credit to the Mookie Betts. He's gonna be staying with the Dodgers for 13 years, $380 million plus offer. Keeps him from being a free agent this winter. So that's no trade clause right there. So can't go anywhere there. Also, notice I want to point out, by the way, that Jets owner Woody Johnson is being investigated over the racist and sexist comments that he made while serving as U.S. ambassador. While serving as a U.S. ambassador to the U.K., by the way, and basically says right here, and saw to the Open Championship, by the way, at a Trumpkisser Resort, by the way, in Scotland. Tell you guys about that. Now it says right here that Johnson made racist comments about Black History Month. And his guys resort owned by Trumpkisser. So Johnson right here made racist comments about black guys and questioning the purpose of Black History Month. He says that black guys don't remain with families, calling it the real challenge. And he also commented on women's appearances at embassy and public events, saying he preferred working with women because they were cheaper and worked harder. Johnson held gatherings at a men's only club and leaving out female diplomats from being able to attend, by the way, before being told by another diplomat to stop the practice. Now, back in February 2018, that is, Johnson told colleagues that Trumpkisser asked him to try to secure an Open Championship at the Trump Turnberry Resort in Scotland, by the way. Johnson says that Johnson raised the issue with Secretary of State for Scotland. No Opens were scheduled at the presidential resort. Now, Jamal Adams He says what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. If you don't take, if you don't think this is an issue, you're part of the problem. If you're part of the issue, or if you're part of the problem, you're part of the problem. Not the solution. So basically, Woody Johnson's a Jets owner. He's being investigated over racist and sexist comments that he made. That is back in 2018, and the NFL is looking into this matter. So basically, I can tell you this: that that Woody Johnson could be released for sure, and he could lose ownership for sure. I can tell you right now over his racist and sexist remarks that he made. So the NFL is investigating this matter for sure, and the Jets and nor the NFL, they're looking forward to having Woody Johnson sell the team. By the way, looking forward to seeing him will be released as Jets owner for good, losing ownership. So that is all, you guys. That's all there is to it just for now on that. CNN also reported this for sure. So that's gonna be the question marks, because Johnson, he could be losing. Woody Johnson could be losing ownership for good. I can tell you that right now. So that's all there is to it for that story. Also, another news I want to point out: the Toronto Blue Jays have been denied approval to play at a majority of their home games at PNC Park in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Now, I can tell you this: that's Steel City of Pittsburgh. They denied approval to have the Blue Jays play their home games there. That is, after Toronto officials aren't going to allow the Blue Jays to play their home games at Rogers Center due to the coronavirus saga, which has numerous cases there in Toronto. So Toronto Blue Jays are looking forward to some destinations of their own. They can play in Baltimore. They can play in where the Mets are. They can play. Don't know where the Nats, where the Yanks, the Blue Jays. I'm sorry, the Yanks or the Mets. Because they gotta play somewhere though, because they're not able to play their home games at their home turf where the Blue Jays play their home games at, the Rogers Center that is in Toronto. They can't play the home games there due to this coronavirus thing. Now the Blue Jays they're trying to think of a way, or think of it. I mean, because of travel from the U.S. by the way. So they're trying to figure out as to where they're gonna play their the home games the remainder of the season, by the way, because they can no longer play the home games at their own turf in Toronto due to the coronavirus saga. So they got to figure out which teams they're going to allow them to use and play games at the turf, by the way, making it their home turf. So it's going to be tough for the Blue Jays, and they got plenty of options they got to make. And wherever it is, well, that's just how it's going to end. So I'm not sure how. I mean, this is the first time it's ever happened, but the Blue Jays unable to play their home games due to this coronavirus saga, not looking good there. And they may not be able to play their away games as well. So that's going to be the question that remains. And hopefully, something's got to give. And it's just, not similar to the Blue Jays. I know the coronavirus saga has been a big deal, but it's got coronavirus cases there in Toronto, Canada, and the Canadian border. Hopefully something's resolved by then, that's this week or next week. Hopefully, they think of an option, or they just pick an option where they're going to play the home games at. So that's going to be the question that remains. And also others I want to address, by the way, that West Virginia defensive coordinator by the name of Vic Koenig has departed from West Virginia University after he was being investigated over mistreating of players, by the way. One of them was Kerry Martin Jr., who detailed the mistreatment from Koenig, saying that Koenig called him the R word during team workout and made inappropriate comments about religion, politics, and protests against racism and police brutality. Now, Koenig apologized for the mistreating of players, saying, "I apologize to anyone who perceived by what I said or did that was extremely was painful. That was not my intention. I want to at least thank all former and current players coaches and colleagues of all ethnicities and backgrounds whose support and encouragement are invaluable to me and my family members. So Koenig, he was being investigated and he was on put administrative leave over mistreating of players, and that led to him being released. So he's now departing from West Virginia University as defensive coordinator. So not looking good there, not looking good. So hopefully, he learns his lesson. She learns his lesson by now. So he's done for. I can tell you that he's done for. Also, knows I want to point out that Adam Abdul-Jabbar's Jabbar's son's being sued after he was arrested for stabbing his neighbor Raymond James. Raymond Windsor. Now this is the individual that's suing Abdul-Jabbar over the stabbing incident that happened last month, by the way. So Raymond Windsor in June, he suffered skull fracture and brain bleed. The incident was during the argument, by the way. The incident went down after Raymond Windsor urged Adam Abdul-Jabbar to help his grandmother with the chores. Adam exploded on him, telling him to shut the bleep up, shut your bleeping mouth, or I'll take this knife through your teeth, cut your throat out, or take the knife, shut up real nice, turn it sideways, stick it, shut up, your monkey butt. So he must have said something like that for sure. So again, this guy now Adam Abdul-Jabbar was arrested, but there were no formal charges being made though. So Adam Abdul-Jabbar stabbed Raymond Windsor 7 times in the head, neck, back, and side, causing collateral damage. Windsor also had a skull fracture and subdural hematoma, where he was in the hospital where he stayed in the hospital for 3 days. Windsor suffered from shock, from anxiety, worry, depression, sleeplessness, and wants Abdul-Jabbar to pay for his medical expenses, by the way. So Adam Abdul-Jabbar's counsel, Sean Hawley, says that Mr. Windsor gave numerous stories what occurred that night to numerous media outlets out there, and he says that he failed to realize that he was being provoked. He provoked the incident by what occurred that day by having Adam attack first, or having Raymond attack Adam first, though. So that's how it all ensued, though. So if you guys remember that Adam Abdul-Jabbar was arrested for stabbing Raymond Windsor, who was a neighbor of Adam Abdul-Jabbar, over chores, helping his grandmother out with his chores, and Adam Abdul-Jabbar stabbed Raymond Windsor 7 times. So there will be charges awaiting him for sure. And if Adam Abdul-Jabbar is convicted of these charges, which haven't been named just yet, he will be sentenced to a couple years in prison for that. So hopefully that piece of garbage learns his lesson, because that can't happen anymore. It's just ridiculous, uncalled for. So hopefully he gets these together. Also, notice I want to point out, Kylian Mbappe is going to be the cover star of FIFA 21. Congrats to him on that. Surprise news right there. Also, notice I want to point out, I want to send my birthday wishes out to one half of the Twisted Sisters and NWA Women's Champ Thunder Rosa, Kenny King, a former Impact star and Ring of Honor star, Kenny King. Also, some belated birthday wishes out to Street Fighter's own and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's own Ryu. His birthday was yesterday, so wish him happy birthdays as well, everybody. Send your birthday wishes, your birthday shouts, send them everybody down below in the comment section. Birthday tweets, shout outs, wishes to them. Please do so on that note. And that's all you got, everybody, on that note. So nothing more to that. Also, some others I want to point out that ATL Dream co-owner Kelly Loeffler says that Black Lives Matter movement could drive fans away to lots of people feel excluded. They may not have a place and feel excluded from WNBA and other sports industries, making them feel like American values aren't at the core of what we're doing here. So basically, Kel Loeffler, she wrote a letter to the WNBA commissioner, by the way, over her not supporting Black Lives Matter, and it is still with numerous WNBA players. You got Montgomery, Skylar Diggins, you got Brianna Stewart, you got let's see, Sabrina Ionescu. You had stars such as see Sue Bird. So Diana Taurasi as well, because they did not take too kindly on the remarks that Kel Loeffler made, and they want Kel Loeffler to be released for good over the remarks that she made regarding Black Lives Matter. So hopefully Kel Loeffler is going to be released, and that can't happen anymore because everyone's supposed to support Black Lives Matter. Everybody is. Not Blue Lives Matter, not White Lives Matter, not white supremacy. Black Lives Matter. So that's all there is to it, just for that. And hope Kel Loeffler gets released for sure. So that's gonna be coming to question right there. Hopefully they release her for sure over these sort of instances, because this just can't happen anymore. I could tell you that right now. And unfortunately, people were pretty upset over the remarks that she made, though. That is sit well with anybody regarding Black Lives Matter, that is, and her opposing it, by the way. So that didn't sit well with anybody. I can tell you that right now. So that's not gonna look good on that part. Also, others I want to point out, by the way, that Ed Oliver, the charges, the DWI charges, and nor the weapon charges have been dropped after he was arrested on a DWI and on a DWI weapon charges for sure back in May. So he didn't get in trouble for that. Cops did find a pistol on his car that he was eventually charged there. So the charges against him at Oliver have been dropped now. So that case could still be resolved. And honestly, he just gets to get tries to get saves out of trouble, tries to get it together. So if he was convicted, he could be facing jail time and he can face repercussions ahead of him. So that's all there is to it. And he could be released for sure by the Bills. So that could come into play. Another I want to point out, by the way, that Carlton Hasselrig, who was a former Steelers Pro Bowler and an NCAA wrestling champ, he has been deceased. He was 54 at the time. He's the wrestler that won six national titles. He went to the 90 NFL 12 round the 1990 NFL draft. His career was short-lived due to a mid-90s due to a battle with alcohol and substance abuse. He was also captured Division II titles in 87, 88, 89, by the way. He won Division I title, leads to the formation of the Hasselrig rule, by the way. He was only 54. My thoughts and prayers go to Hasselrig's family members, all of his fans, all of his viewers, the stalemate, the Steelers, the entire NFL, all of his viewers of this horrific loss of Carlton Hasselrig, and thus breaks out to that because this is really a sad news. So he was only 54 at the time. He was a Pro Bowl back in 91, 92. He got released back in 94 due to off-field issues, by the way. Returned to 1 year stint with the Jets in 95. He got judged the Hall of Fame back in 2009. Pitt Johnson, Athletics Hall of Fame back in 2009. His wife, he was survived by his wife Michelle and his 9 kiddos. So really, just some sad news on that part. And obviously, it's really not looking good there. Hopefully, something, these things don't occur anymore. I can tell you that. So obviously, this didn't sit with anybody. I can tell you that on that part. So that's all there is to it just for that for now. And nothing more to worry about there. So nothing more to it. So that's all you guys gonna know, everybody, on that part. So nothing more to that for sure. Well, that's gonna do it there for the Clothing Level Sportswear. Please be sure you all like, subscribe to the Clothing Level Sportswear YouTube channel, Facebook page by any means necessary. Be sure to send me your comments, your tweets, your reaction, your thoughts, your response on Mookie Betts and the Dodgers finalizing a 13-year, $380 million plus offer, by the way, that keeps him. That has a no trade clause, by the way. That also has the that will be a free agent by this winter, which he will not be. So let me know about what your actual thoughts are. Send your birthday wishes out to Thunder Rosa, Kenny King, and Street Fighter, and Ultimate and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's own Ryu. Birthdays today, everybody. So send your birthday wishes out to them. They're feeling them. Send your birthday wishes out to them. Your birthday shouts, your birthday tweets. That's all there is to it. Also, what repercussions that Woody Johnson's gonna face, by the way, after he was being accused of making racist and sexist comments, by the way, and he denied the whole thing. So let me know what repercussions that Woody Johnson's gonna face. I'll address and respond to that, everybody, on that note. What do you think the Toronto Blue Jays are gonna play their home games at? Because even though they can't play their home games at the Rogers Center at their home turf due to the coronavirus saga, by the way, in Toronto. So let me know where you think the Toronto Blue Jays are going to play their home games at for sure. What available options there are, and that's all there is to it just for that. Where because do you think that Kelly Lopez is going to face after she says the Black Lives Matter movement is going to drive fans away? Let me know about that. I'll address the response to everybody. And you think she should be let go from the Atlanta Dream and from the WNBA? Let me know about that. I'll address the response to that on that particular note right there. Repercussions do you think that Adam Abdul-Jabbar is going to face after he was being sued by his neighbor Raymond Windsor over the stabbing incident? Let me know about the comment section. I'll respond to that. That's all there is for now. What are your thoughts on Kylie and Mbappe going to be the cover star of FIFA 21? Let me know what the comment section. I'll address the response to everybody on that note right there. And more to that. And that's all there is just for that. For now, on that particular note. Send thoughts and prayers out to Carlton Hassel because he was deceased at 54. So let me know. So send thoughts and prayers out to his family members, all his fans, and his viewers of this horrific loss. So there was just for that. Repercussions do you think that Koenig is going to face? I think he's being departed from making mistreatment from mistreating players. Let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely address response to that. That's all there is to it just for that. And what you take on fans having the opportunity? I mean, if fans go to stadiums, they got to wear masks. So, what are your thoughts about that? And the NFL didn't address that, which they did not. So, let me know about that as well. I'll be more happy to address a response to everybody on that note right there. That's all there is to it. I'll have more breaking news, times live updates, storylines, and much more in the Clue Level Sports. Put everything sports, everything you got. That's all I got to say, everybody. So take care, you guys. You guys have a good evening. Please be safe out there. Bye bye.